Now.
Hello.
Recording. Hey, Sydney, you look different and sound different.
Oh, hi, it's me, Sydney, Amanuel.
I was hoping for that.
I can't wait to get married in a couple of months.
What is that? If you actually would do an impression of Sydney, you're like, that's it.
That's as good as Sydney as I can do.
What would be my Sydney impression? Like, oh, hi, guys.
That's good.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
No, that's way too...
She does that.
She does a lot with her hands. She's tall. I'm trying to think of like, oh yeah, Ellie. Like she's very confident as well when she's talking. God, I'll send this to her later. She'll be like, I'll never talk to you ever again. No. For those of you who are new here, Skid, Maher, everybody. It's actually not Sydney.
No.
I know we almost had you fooled.
April Fools.
Hate.
We were just talking. It is early April as we do this.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about how much we fucking despise April Fools.
Yeah, it's just I think it's because like there is no point to the joke. Like
it's not funny.
I'm not a person who doesn't love a good joke. You know, like I stand up.
Love
comedy.
a good joke.
Yeah, everyone.
You've done stand-up comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
You won't allow any of us to know where or when you're doing it, so we can see it. But you've done it.
I always do it when all of you guys are traveling as well. I'm like, oh, sorry, you can't make it.
I'd love to see you do stand-up.
One
day.
I will invite you.
I hope to see it.
You have to sit in the front and be embarrassed for my failure. But the thing is with April Fool's jokes is that there's no purpose to them. It's just like, fuck you. Now I made your life slightly more disappointing.
Yeah, it's just the most like hostile form of non-humor.
Yeah.
And it's a whole day dedicated to it. And it's all people that aren't funny anyway.
Yeah.
And they're like trying to like come up with this stuff. And it's just, I hate it. I hate it. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, you can't trust anything. You can't trust anything. They can't release actual news.
Yep.
And on the day because no one will trust it.
It's also the thing with, I actually did not even see any April Fool's jokes yesterday when it was happening.
I stayed off all that stuff.
But I did see last year, and this is so embarrassing, the official channel for Free League, like their Discord channel, posted like an announcement of like, Free League is going into like in like a collaboration with Wizards of the Coast.
It's always shit like that.
And I'm like, oh wow, I'm
that's cool.
Yeah, I was like,
wow.
And then I wrote to Thomas, the founder of Free League, because it was his birthday. So I was like, dude, congrats. Also, congrats to D&D. And he removed my post because he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what is this, like, misinformation? And I'm like, fuck. And then I find out that it was just an April Fool's joke, but I couldn't, I'm like, dude, it was in the official channel. Like, I'm sorry. Like, oh God, made an ass out of myself.
Just stop.
And
I know there was like in France. I read this. I don't have confirmation on this, but in France, the tradition on April 1st, I had always read was that you plaster paper fish on people. Like you cut out like the shape of a fish and you surreptitiously like glue it to them. That's a way better tradition.
Yeah.
Even if it's not true,
yeah.
That's way better than whatever we do April Fools here.
Oh yeah. No, I love it.
I'd much rather say, another fish. I'd much rather put up with that than 100 fake fucking news.
Yeah. She-Ra is being made into a series. I remember that joke, and everyone was like, please do.
It's just weak. It's just like, it's just stuff that would be cool, but is just not true.
I'm pregnant. And
it's like, well, that's an extreme one.
Yeah.
But people do that.
All the time. They think it's super funny.
It's like, I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant. I have cancer. And it's like...
Right.
Oh, God.
Well, both ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah.
And both are bad. If you want to dedicate a day to humor and maybe taping paper fish to people, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But you want to do shit like that, just cut it out.
You should start taping paper fish. Do you ever do the what's it called, like the clothing
clothespins?
Is that what it's called? Like a little thing you put on the clothes?
Yeah, clothespins.
Clothespins. Wow, what a tongue twister. Anyway, you ever put them on people? Like that is a set tradition, or maybe it's just my friend Alex's tradition because
I've never heard of that tradition.
I've never used. He would like try to sneakily put one on people.
No.
But I will say, like, I feel like April Fools is like a relic from the 40s and 50s. Like the parents of boomers, they love that shit.
Yeah.
They would put like a Swedish April Fool's joke was that if you put like stockings over the TV, it'll turn into color. Like it'll become a color TV. And a lot of people did that. See, and I think, and I think so. Wow. They did, but like back in the 40s, you know, I'm sure that was, or 50s. When did TV come? Probably 50s.
Popularized in the 50s.
Yeah. Which is insane when you think about it. Yeah. There are people alive today that did not have a TV. I was alive before the internet came.
Me too.
You are a couple of years on me as well. So you had
I was alive before teletype.
Oh, it's a Sauron quote as well. Like, I was alive before the breaking of dawn.
I was alive for the Nixon administration.
Were you? No.
The end of it. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. How fast things have moved.
Yeah.
I wonder what people in the 1700s or even 1800s were like. Well, things are moving at a really fast pace right now. You know, like last year I had a horse carriage of this model, but now I have a much smaller one that can self-charge.
That's right. Yeah, it is funny. I mean, it's like, I don't think there's really anything comparable to the pace of like 20th century technology. And then
nice segue though to Vasen. 19th century whole thing is the industrialization and the sort of aggression that the Vasen are feeling towards humans, like humans abandoning the old ways.
I see. Okay.
So I think that's a cool little spin on that, or take on that. What's your favorite in terms of settings? If you have to choose a setting in the real world for role playing games, what would be one of your, like, what's your favorite time?
I've been wanting for a long time to do. I love the game Top Secret growing up, which was a tabletop like spy role playing game, and I love the Cold War. Like I would love to do like a Cold War spy game.
Yeah.
Like
that.
Like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, like something like that. Like that would be. That's my dream. Would be something like that.
Yeah, the 80s, 90s.
Yeah. No, like, you know,
even further, 60s,
70s, 80s.
If you ever come to, I'm gonna invite you and Samantha to Sweden, to our cabin, because there's a Cold War bunker in like one of the mountains, and it's called Hemsö Fästning. And it's like a nuclear shelter as well, so I'm like, I kind of want to get an in there for the future World War we're facing. But it's like they've just abandoned every military, like every equipment that's there is from like the 70s, 80s.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's so cool because it looks like a Bond movie.
Wow.
It's like the computers, it's very cool.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
awesome.
like, now they made it into a museum, so you can go in there. But anyway, let's get into why we're here.
Yeah.
So, you are sitting in a dark, musky Bavarian. First Easter egg that's not even an Easter egg, I just threw it in there because I knew Skid was going to like that. A Bavarian pub called Ratskeller.
Ah, the Ratskeller.
The rain is pouring down outside, and you're sitting by a table looking out. Flickering of some candles dances across your shadowy face. There's a glass in front of you with some unknown liquid. What do you think it is?
I think it is port wine.
Port wine. You are waiting for someone, a contact. You have met him before. He's basically your talent agent at this point, but for other things. And he has asked to meet with you in this shady bar. But before we get into that, I would love to know what you look like and what you're wearing.
Well, okay. I think Francisco Alvarez. I can't remember the last name I gave him.
Castajon.
Oh, Castajon?
I think, but in this universe, it can be Alarcon
or
whatever you said.
Oh, Alarcon, that's right. No, I think is... okay, Alarcon.
Oh, you want to? It was Castellón in the first season, but Alarcón sounds sexy as hell too.
Alarcón. I got the Francisco Alarcón. I think he has a dark hair that is sort of matted against his head, but like longer, like kind of curling out at the sides. He's got a long sort of handlebar mustache, but the sides, the beard is filling in because he's not shaved in a while. And he's got like a weather-beaten, like long coat, like a duster, and some boots, his old military boots. He's got those still, and does he have like his all his like gear, like his weapons and stuff with him?
Maybe not, unless he would be expecting. Maybe he has his saber on. Like if you want, do you think you would want him to be recognized as a sort of an officer? It's not like this part of town. It wouldn't be outlawed. Like you can have open carry.
Yeah.
But, like maybe it's not lawful to do it, but no one in this part of town would care, I guess.
Right. I'm just worried. Like I don't know where,
he would fit it.
Yeah, or like to leave it somewhere.
Yeah,
like,
how about this? Like we didn't do this in character creation, but I'm gonna give you this. How about you have like some sort of close combat weapon too, of like a knife or a dagger or something?
Yeah, I like that.
So we'll just add that to your characters later. But like, yeah,
it's like a Bowie knife.
Yeah. A Bowie knife. Okay, what's a Bowie knife for those of you for those of me who don't know what
A Bowie knife. It is named after the famous American pioneersman Jim Bowie, not Sam Bowie, who was the second overall pick in the 1984 NBA draft.
Oh, this is a baseball player.
No, NBA is basketball. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not him. But the Jim Bowie, like he fought at the Alamo, but he had this like giant knife that it was almost like a short sword basically, but it was made really popular like in the American West. It's just a really long bladed knife with like a curved tip and a flat sort of rear guard on it, big like hilt.
Yeah, write down Bowie knife and like damage 3 because that one sounds fucking
sweet.
terrible.
Okay.
But
yeah, because I think he fought like when he was still in the Spanish army. Well, I guess he wouldn't have been.
We can see, like maybe he made an American friend who gave it to him.
Yeah.
Or maybe he found it off of someone's body.
Yeah. I think, fighting in the Caribbean, like he picked one up somewhere. So
cool.
Yeah,
I need to write an adventure about that.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so he's got this like giant like this knife like sitting at his side. I think that's it. That's what he has with him.
Yeah.
And he's got his compass.
All right, a compass too. But he's sitting in Germany or Prussia at this time.
Yeah.
In Bavaria. Apparently, the Kingdom of Bavaria was independent for a while, but then. But I don't know. You probably know more than that. But anyway, he's in Bavaria. An attractive woman walks up to you. She's a bit rough around the edges, but she's smiling. You immediately recognize her for what she is. Guten Tag, Herr. Would you like some company?
I am sorry, I'm charmed to meet your acquaintance, but I am meeting a business associate very soon.
Well, suit yourself, sir. If you like to come with me, and she wants to walk you towards the back room.
Oh, yes, I will do that.
Let me know if you change your mind.
All right, on the way back, I will see how I feel.
A small man is waiting for you in this back room. He looks nervous. He also looks like a frog, but not an actual frog. You never know in this.
You never know.
Yeah.
Could be a real frog.
And you know him as Mr. Burt. That's all he's ever said. Mr. Burt.
Okay.
Francisco, ¿cómo estás?
Bien. Señor Burt.
Sorry.
It's good to see you again.
Listen, sorry for meeting you in this kind of messed up bar, but
Oh, it is perfectly pleasant. I was already approached by a woman who wanted to make love to me in the bar.
I find myself in a bit of a situation, so that's why we have to conduct our business in less, I mean, it depends on how you see it, like less pleasant circumstances. But the women here are lovely. I agree.
That was very nice. I just had a lovely glass of port. I was just enjoying the day before that woman, she came up and said what she said. And no, Blair's long short of it is, there is no long need to apologize. I'm perfectly happy to wait here.
I always like that about you. You're very easygoing. And I have a new job for you. It seems easy enough if you're interested. Just some small town conflict.
That is, the easier the better.
They need to get rid of some guy, an old guy at that, and they pay really well.
You want me to get an old man?
Yes, and he throws a bag of coins on the table. First half now, and you get the rest upon completion. Capiche?
I think so, but I have some questions.
No, of course. And he takes out a couple of papers, prepares them.
I would like to know a few more details. I don't mean to seem inquisitive, but what is the name of the man you want me to kill, for example?
Oh, they didn't specify that. However, you're supposed to meet a guy called Jarl Birgersson in Sweden. It's
Sweden?
Sweden, yes.
But that is very far from here.
No, I know. But they've already actually, they have boat tickets, and he hands you over like all these sort of paperwork. Boat tickets here. Can take you straight up there. It's north of Sweden. It's called the High Coast.
High Coast?
Yeah. It's gonna probably take you a couple of days. That's why they're very generous, these squareheads.
I'm sorry, you've taken me aback. This is very far. Seems like a great undertaking for me. I have to go to a whole other part of the world.
So you're not interested in the job?
No, I'm not saying that. It is just that I want to be prepared for whatever it is that awaits me, and I don't know if I even have enough cold weather clothing. It is quite cold up there, is it not?
Could be. You have a
Hace
point.
muy frío, as we say.
Hace muy frío. No, listen, Francisco, I'm gonna be straight with you. I could really use the money. I'm always fair to you, but how about I give you an extra 5% of my cut, but just this once.
Yes.
I know it's inconvenient, but listen, these are seems like it's an old guy they want to get rid of. It's a tiny conflict in a country that hasn't, they don't know what they're doing up there. Basically, snow monkeys.
Oh my god! I don't want to fight a bunch of snow monkeys, but I suppose you make a strong case. So he kicks back and it's kind of stroking his mustaches, and he says, "Well, you have been good to me in the past. I think we have a strong working relationship, and
That's what I'm thinking.
have
man.
yet to lead me wrong." So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, how's everything? How's the wife? Or actually, are you married?
I was. She passed away.
Oh, sorry.
Along with my son.
I'm sorry, man.
They were both killed. I'm surprised this has not come up in our prior discussions.
I apologize. I feel like we have discussed that. I've been under a lot of stress.
No, I know. I feel as though I have told you this several times, but I understand the pressures you are under, and you don't need to remember the details of my own life. You have your own things to worry about.
My bad. Like they say, lo siento.
Sí. De nada, as we say,
But
where I am from. Well, but
you don't trust this guy for for anything in the world.
Okay.
Like you would not consider him a friend, but I mean, depends on like, or like you might like depends on you, of course. But he seems like he's probably
He's
like
shady.
He's a shady guy who has probably led you when you said you never led me astray. There might have been a couple of situations where he has led you astray,
Okay.
but
But he paid, like, he threw
he's-
cash at me.
exactly,
So-
he knows sort of like how to buy people. That's his way of, and the fact that he's find himself in a situation with whoever like that he has enemies suddenly does not surprise you.
Yeah.
Obviously, do the research you need before you go. Got some, and you can roll. Do you have learning or anything that you can?
Yeah.
Because we could roll some.
So what is it?
Maybe
how many
logic.
dice would I roll for this?
And you would roll if you don't have learning.
I
Or you
do.
have learning. You can do logic plus 1, so 4.
For
4 d6s.
46. Okay. Ooh.
1 6. Seems like right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I should have said that instead of. No, you should have said that. I was like, ooh, wow. I'm in. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, what would you want to know about? Like, what would you want to know? I can give you something. In terms of like this little information you have now. Like, you don't even know the name. I realize that.
Yeah, I don't. I guess I haven't been to Sweden
Right.
yet. So, I guess what I would know about just the current state of affairs, like somewhere up there.
Yeah.
I mean, from him, like, I certainly want to know like more about
Yeah.
this person and what the conflict is and
Yeah.
why I'm being hired.
So he's like, all right. I was contacted through a third party. All I know is that you're supposed to meet this Jarl Bergerson. Apparently he's some sort of entrepreneur, and he bought land up there, but the locals are angry with him, and they don't want that, and you just write local hostility. And someone ended up dead. So I guess they now want like some professional muscle to come up there and either scare someone or take one out, just to prove a point. That's all I know. That's all the information I got. But they did pay me well, and that's why I'm thinking, if we could triple this amount, we'll be in a pretty good situation, don't you think?
And yeah, I think really is just like desperate for money. So I think there's a bunch of red flags here.
Oh yeah.
But there's cash, like there's cash on the table.
Yeah.
So he says, well,
You'll have time to prepare, I'm sure. You can, here's, like, he points to the papers. There's, like, some stuff on the area you're going to, and then, you're meeting this guy, and maybe from there you'll realize whether it's a good fit or not. Like, I'm sure you've been in a trickier situation than this before, if you have to get out of there fast.
yeah, I think he's probably eager to take the opportunity to be on the move and like still kind of seeking, because things like have not really been working out for him. And well, honestly, Prussia around this time probably a pretty good place for a mercenary, but
yeah, I can see how this could have been. Maybe you have this as your home base or something.
Yeah,
it's up to
yeah.
you, but
yeah, but he's. I think it's just this. The money is enough to convince him to at least take the trip.
Yeah.
So
he nice. I knew you would come around. But so once you're done, I'll meet you in Stockholm, and we'll figure out the rest of the details.
All right. Well, always a pleasure to do business with you, Mr. Bird.
Yeah, we're a good team, man. We're a good team. I think we shouldn't try to break anything that's working, right? Oh, fuck! And then 2 men enters the back room. They look very, very dangerous. They look like they're probably double the size of Mr. Burt.
Okay.
And they were having daggers in their hand.
Oh, okay.
And they're looking at the two of you. Yeah, that's the guy, they say, looking at Mr. Burt. Kill both of them. And let's do initiative.
Okay.
We're the first combat round. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, how does that work?
And so actually with initiative you have cards. I've lost those cards. So
Great.
we're gonna do, but we're just gonna roll dice.
Okay.
So can I get my full ones over there? So I'm two d6s and put them together. So do one d6 first, and then like so 6 1.
Okay.
So that's very good. And then I'll do a 35. So you start.
Okay. Awesome.
And I'll have my guy have the same initiative, and Mr. Burt actually, he fucking tries to leave. So he's trying to like, let's see if actually he managed to do that, Mr. Burt. He tries to leave. Nope, he just runs into a door and is basically useless. So it's you against these two goons.
Okay.
Okay. So, in Vassen, you have zones that you can move against, but you're in the same zone right now, so you can do close combat. You can technically also do a rifle. There's no such thing as an attack of opportunity, but but you
But I don't think I have my rifle.
oh right,
so.
we talked about that, and also that would a lot of people would notice
Yeah.
that happened. Yeah, so it's up to you to go for it. So you can basically use whatever you want to do, and then we'll roll that skill.
Okay. So I think just flavor wise, like he's just gonna like grab like one of the like half empty drinks on the table and like toss it like in
Nice.
one of the guy's face, like draw his Bowie knife and just stab him.
Okay, so let's see. As your fast action is to throw the glass. So let's see if you succeed by doing first a close combat. And
Okay.
then- so that's 4
So
plus.
that's 6.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right, so he only gets the water on his chest,
Okay.
and it's just like, looking down and then looking up at you again. But then you attack with the knife,
Okay.
so you might have distracted him a little bit.
Oh, come on. Oh. That's
All right,
insane.
that's a miss from
Okay.
the first stab attack. Guy number 1 goes first, and he is gonna attack you with the dragon. Dragon?
Oh, no.
He brings up the
I miscalculated.
fireball. So he actually has 5 in close combat. Oh, but he too misses on
great.
that first round, and his fast action will be to
What is he attacking me with?
a dagger.
A dagger, right.
Actually, you have. Do you have plus? We forgot to add any pluses actually to the Bowie knife. Never mind. It's a very dangerous weapon. Let's not
Okay.
add any pluses to it for now.
Right.
But the other guy he's gonna move towards Mr. Burt and try to attack him. Let's see also. Oh fuck! I'm also rolling
Wow.
shit. Oh, 1 success.
Oh,
So
shoot.
he takes 1 point of damage, and Mr. Burt looks like he's in a very bad spot. But since Mr. Burt, let's actually roll initiative for Mr. Burt too. 23. So he goes last. So it is Mr. Burt's turn, and he will try to escape once again. So let's see.
Oh,
one
there you
success.
go. Ooh, 2
successes.
successes.
Okay, so he ducks from the dagger and then like sneaks behind them somehow, and is very close to the door,
Okay.
but leaving you behind
Okay.
like an asshole. It's your turn.
Okay. So, wielding his massive Bowie knife, he says, "That's not a knife." All right, and I'm gonna.
That's a spoon.
I saw you played knifey spoony before. There we go.
Oh,
1
yes.
success.
So you make 3 points of damage,
Yeah.
and that. Let's Let's see here. Physical. Oh, right. So that's enough to fucking slit one of those throats.
Yeah, I cut his throat. Yes.
And it's goon number 2's turn, who's just like, oh, and he comes roaring and tries to stab you right in the eye.
Oh no. I need that to see.
Miss! God damn it, we're rolling like shit. Anyway, Mr. Burt is actually, since the other guy died, he is well on his way out of the door. So it's just the two of you left.
Okay. All right. Swing again.
Take a swing, take a swing.
Join your companion in hell. Come on. There we go.
Okay. Another great Bowie knife. I can't believe I gave you this powerful
Yeah.
weapon. I have to.
Thank you for the Bowie knife.
Yeah, so.
I do actually own one. I have one at home.
Oh my god.
I'll bring it next time.
No.
Actually, I should bring it.
Yeah, no, it's illegal.
Yeah.
How do you describe your kill?
I think he just like ducks under his blade and he like rams it up like under his rib cage, like right up. It's long enough to hit him like from the sternum, like up to pierce his heart from the stomach.
God, I'm gonna get sick. Yeah, every time there would be like a knife fight, or like, you know, in Eastern Promises when Viggo Mortensen was having a knife fight naked, that gave me a lot of mixed feelings.
It was a very complex scene. It was very a lot going on in that scene.
So yeah.
But yeah, that's what happens. He strips naked and just starts stabbing.
Oh yeah, he's like, "Sir, what are you doing? You
why are you I'm sorry, this woman. She made me an invitation earlier. I'm just getting ready. Yeah.
You successfully managed to win this fight. However, Mr. Burt is gone. So as far as you know, your business has concluded.
Okay.
But now you find yourself with 2 bodies in this back room. How about you roll a stealth to see if you manage to avoid. That would be
That's precision, right?
Precision, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I have a good. All right. Oh, come on. Nope.
So the whore from earlier comes.
I was wondering what happened to you. I was just talking about you.
Yeah.
Wait.
She walks in, and you have. I'll give you you have one chance to sort of figure out what to do with this situation. She comes in, looks at the bodies, looks at you, then looks back at the bodies. Looks like she's about to scream. Not quite sure.
Kind of looks around, the 2 dead bodies, and this is like giant knife on his side, and he wipes it off on his trousers, and this is like, he's holding his hand up, and he like tosses a couple of coins at her, and this is like, I'm very sorry about the mess. But thank you. Lovely establishment. Thank you. Thank you. He's just sort of bowing as he just like backs out the door.
What's your do you have anything in manipulation? What's your empathy too?
2.
Okay. She does not have a you managed. I rolled, like, if I had succeeded on my 2 rolls that I rolled like opposite of this, then she would have started to scream, but she does not.
Okay.
She looks at you, sees the coins, and then like, I've seen worse.
This is Prussia after all.
Yeah. And she takes the coins and then just gets out of your way. A little bit intimidated by you. And
I just started hustling.
Oh yeah.
Towards the ships.
The ships, yeah.
Towards the docks.
The docks. We can then jump ahead, because that was like, I wanted to establish your character of like, this is like a fucked up human being. No, but like this is a guy who's very dangerous. And I feel like we managed to do that. A one-hit wonder. I have to up the NPC's physical abilities a little bit.
No, that's great. I love this.
I love that it was
Thank you for the Bowie knife.
Yeah.
It's a lovely gift.
So let's jump ahead to the preparation phase. So what you have is like what basically Mr. Burt gave you. But you find yourself on a boat, on the boat, unless there is something you felt like you had time to do before, covered in blood, in Prussia or Bavaria.
Yeah. No, I guess I just want to gather my things. I just want to get like my
maybe change your clothes.
Yeah, maybe change of clothes. Like maybe take a little bit of this money, like buy some warmer clothes for the journey. And
what does your apartment look like? I just want to be like,
probably it's a garret that he has rented somewhere in this town, and there is not much to it, but just a cot perhaps, and a candle, and also perhaps a book. Alexander Dumas is reading, and so he takes the book. He takes Count of Monte Cristo and gets it, puts it in his satchel, and he heads off to the
docks.
Yeah, to the dock. Well, first to the clothier. To buy something with a little more heft to it, like, and it's good for the journey, and a nice hat.
Nice hat, very nice.
Yeah.
So you're on the boat, this steamboat. I did look into. Steamboats did exist. At this time, and actually Sweden had a lot of them that were quite impressive. Not impressive in that sense, but there was one specific one that did go to the north.
Oh.
Not sure if they went all the way from Germany though, but why not?
Why not?
So with you in this little paper bag, or not paper bag, but like a bag of papers, this little paper bag with a beer, and like, can you imagine?
You got a grocery bag full of money and weapons.
There's the 19th century version of a tourist pamphlet describing it's an old Spanish field guide about northern Suecia.
Yeah.
And what they say about the high coast is that it is known for the largest land rise since the Ice Age. The glacier pace, like the glacier ice was there 13,000 years ago, and then it disappeared. But the high coast of Sweden is where the land has risen the most. So it's the highest coastline in the world.
Oh.
Which is,
really?
I'm like, really? And then every time I Googled it, all the AI slop would give me the longest coastline of the world is Canada or something. And I'm like, no, but the highest, is that true? Like, is it true? So
it's just like a cliff over the...
It's, which makes, I'm like, I thought... Because it's not, I have a cabin up there, but it's not that impressive. It's impressive, but it doesn't look... I would be surprised.
Surely this isn't the highest in the world.
Exactly. I was like, isn't like
something higher than this?
I feel like South Africa has a really impressive high coastline, but apparently this is higher. But it's hilly.
The Cliffs of Dover.
Yeah, Cliffs of Dover. But apparently those are steeper. This is more like hills.
I see.
Okay. That start, and like they're very deep as well. And there used to be like these island tops when people settled up there, and now the land mass has risen so much, so they had to like resettle closer and closer. But Viking ships could all go all the way in. It's same with Uppsala actually. Like we've moved our entire town because of the land rise. Like so, it's like a part of Sweden called Old Uppsala. Where Viking ships used to go in, and was a big harbor and all that stuff. Yeah. And now that's like 2 kilometers towards the east because the land rise, and that was like 1,000 years ago. So it's a pretty significant rise.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's cool. Like they nerd out about that, but you're like, this is geology. Why would I care about that?
He's a learned man. Yeah. I think he could find some interest in geological curiosities.
You notice the field guide mentions, and this is what I love with like these old field guides. I'm not sure if the 19th century version would be like this, but like it's clearly written by like an old boomer. Not in this one, but it's always like little small notes.
Time traveling
boomer. No, but like the field guide mentions that people there are being hardworking, friendly, and Christian.
I see.
I have like these little tiny details of like, you should try the herring in that local pub because it's very good. So the steamboat will take you all the way to the north. It'll take a few days, but you can read more about the mission on the boat. And it says here, like, it's the guy named Jarl Birgersson.
Jarl.
Jarl, yeah. I think Jarl is also a title.
It is.
But
It's like Earl.
yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot like one of my favorite Swedish actors was named Jarl. Anyway, doesn't matter now. He's dead.
Oh no.
You got it. You read more about the profile about Jarl, and that is he's a businessman who's been involved in many of the projects that have pushed the Industrial Revolution forward in Sweden. It says here that he and his colleague Per-Olof Sundqvist tried to buy an old sawing mill in the High Coast area, hoping to increase the production of lumber, as it is in high demand, and it's the main resource up there. But his colleague, it just says in the notes, dead. And then another note says local hostility and sabotage. So this is basically Mr. Burt taking notes as if he did a phone call. It's like, sure, dead, blah, blah, blah. But it's obviously not a phone call. But he did like, right. So this is what you know about that before that. And yeah, that's all you read up on the specific stuff in the mission. Okay. But yeah, if you want, like, there's not much to do on the steamboat unless you want to do something. Talk to someone, or just we can also jump ahead.
Yeah, no, I think I don't think so. No. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna study his intelligence, what little he knows about what's going on, and yeah, that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
You eventually, and it's June, it's early June, so it's not as cold as you had anticipated, so you end up maybe even taking off your coat. You reach this very cute, picturesque little fishing town. And it's late afternoon. You notice that there's a lot of energy. You've heard about like cold Sweden, cold Suecia, like people there are depressed and sad and dressed in black. But this strikes you as weirdly energetic. And once you enter or like leave the boat, you notice that people, they nod towards you. They seem to be, they're in a good mood. And it's still bright outside, very bright, which you might be finding very fascinating because the sun is still...
I've never been this far north.
Yeah. And you also notice that there's people of all classes walking around, like middle class, or even, I don't know if middle class was a thing there, but the farmers...
The bourgeoisie.
The bourgeois, and then the high class. Well, nobles is what you call them. And yeah, you finally reached Bönhamn. And as you leave the boat, you like these people, this warmth that's greeting you. It makes you smile for the first time in a while, like genuinely smile. But it's almost like a cold stab immediately takes hold of your heart. And why do you think that is?
Remembering the lost warmth of my family, my wife and my child, they've both been killed horribly. This is the first perception of joy that I have felt since I have known them. So perhaps even that moment brings me back to a memory of losing.
As you walk further down the main street, you notice that this town is surrounded by like high hills, like not cliffs. They're not like cliffs of Dover like we talked about. It's more like hills, mountain, very high hills, I would say. But they're
like stilettos.
Stilettos. Is that what it?
Oh, high hills.
Yeah. What
I
said high heels.
So.
No, high hills. Like the hills are alive with the sound of music.
Okay.
Like stilettos. You notice that there's a bunch of stilettos.
A lot of. Okay. There's hills everywhere.
Yeah.
Going out for the evening.
Yeah.
Big night on the town
Yeah,
plans.
exactly. And then woman, like a black dress. You can see a little bit of her panties. No.
Great.
Never mind. They're covered in
The erotic adventures of Captain Francisco
Exactly.
Alarcon.
my first experience with Suecia. Inside Suecia. So, there is something menacing about these woods. And you'll think about it some more till we see each other again next week. I cannot believe it. What is it? Say heels.
I'm sorry. This is very
Heels. Yeah, I like where your head's at. I'm like, this town is surrounded by heels.
I mean, they seem very excited, and maybe it's because they're all getting ready to go out to the opera
Yeah.
or dancing.
This entire town is surrounded.
Everyone's
Everyone's wearing heels. How do did I say heels or did I just said it in a weird way?
I don't know. Write in.
Right.
Let me know if it's my. Is it me or is it her?
Yeah.
Let me know like what the perception is here.